The House Intelligence Committee has subpoenaed an associate of Arizona Senator John McCain over his connection to the discredited Trump dossier. McCain Institute senior director and former State Department official David Kramer reportedly met with the dossier's author, former British spy Christopher Steele, in London last year, then returned to the U.S. with a copy of the dossier he gave to Senator McCain, who handed it over to the FBI. Joining me now to talk about it, Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. Well, the FBI already had it. I mean, they had it 6 months earlier. This guy went over there in November and came back with a dossier and gave it to McCain, who gave it to the FBI, and the FBI had it since July of 2016. In fact, it formed the basis for launching the Trump-Russia investigation.
Yeah, the Obama FBI had been working with the Clinton campaign for months already on the dossier. I mean, let's be clear here. Kramer went over and met with someone who had been on the payroll of the Clinton campaign and the DNC, who had hired this gentleman through their law firm. They basically used a cutout law firm to try to hide from the American people the fact that they were paying this gentleman. And then he allegedly went to Russia or communicated with Russians to get dirt on Donald Trump,
right.
Dirt that's unverified and salacious and was probably just placed there by the Russians to make everyone upset and had no basis in reality. So you had Hillary Clinton hiring someone to work with Russian intelligence, and who's under investigation? Donald Trump.
Well, how come nobody has brought charges against the Hillary Clinton campaign and the DNC, who paid for this, because that's against the law under the Federal Campaign Election Act? I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, the payments were disguised. You would think there'd be someone at least asking questions about this. But the problem is the special counsel is evidently relying on this dossier as an excuse to keep his investigation going. And so he's unwilling to take a look at its origins, and it is the fruit of the poison tree.
Right.
And this is why Rod Rosenstein, who is his nominal supervisor in the Justice Department, we have a Republican form of government. Mueller is supposed to be answerable to someone, and Rosenstein's the guy. And if he's not going to exercise the authority and oversight, then the president should direct someone else in the Justice Department to do it.
He won't do it because he has a disqualifying conflict of interest as both prosecutor and witness in the case, not to mention Mueller's 2 conflicts of interest.
Well, this is why, Greg, Sessions should unrecuse himself. He was scammed into recusing himself to keep him out of the Russia investigation, and he needs to come back in and take control fully of his Justice Department. I guarantee you, there's no other activity in the Justice Department that is demanding as much resources as Mueller's investigation.
Right. I want to get your reaction. I talked to Congressman Matt Gaetz, top of the hour, and he said he has seen an email from Andrew McCabe, who was involved in the Hillary Clinton case for the FBI, deputy director of the FBI. It's an email from McCabe saying that Hillary Clinton will get special treatment. What do you make of that?
Well, it's confirmation of what actually occurred. The FBI did give her special treatment. Look at the collusion investigation, the targeting of Trump rather than Clinton. And of course, Mrs. Clinton was protected in terms of the refusal to hold her to account for the destruction of evidence, the mishandling of classified information. The FBI was full not only of never Trumpers or anti-Trumpers at the leadership level, but pro-Hillary Clinton people.
So
now, remember,
it was a conspiracy to clear Clinton and frame Trump.
Well, to target Trump. And when you see FBI officials at the senior level talk about having an insurance policy in case Trump is elected, I mean, that's the sort of corruption we don't expect to see in American federal law enforcement. I don't think you could go back even to Watergate and find something as outrageous as that.
All right, Tom Fitton, always good talking to you, Tom. Thanks very much.
You're welcome, Greg. Thank you.